Okay, guys, don't panic. I mean, just don't panic. Like, everything's fine. Everything's okay. I'm wearing my work clothes, yes, because it's one of those videos where I say it's an emergency and was unexpected and it was unexpected and yes, this is unexpected. But don't panic. Don't panic. Because we've got new props to talk about. Yeah. And they're for the UK. I know. Yeah. Let's not panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Let's do this. Yes, so sorry about that, guys. It is a brand new day. It is not my main video day, hence why I'm in my work clothes, because I am at work, but I had just enough time to film this really quick video. It's a reaction to some new props.
What did you say?
And the amazing part about this is that they are not for some far-flung place. They are for the UK.
Hello, I'm a British person.
At last, we are seeing things for us. Some of you might remember last year, I was lucky enough to receive a mystery box of mystery goods that were all very, very cool. It was like a promo box from a very awesome Halloween store based here in the UK, known as the Halloween Store UK, funnily enough. They have a Halloween store, physical store, and they also have an online presence in the form of the halloweenstore.co.uk. They sent me a box full of goodies. I was very, very much appreciative of it. And later on, I did buy my Morris costumes hanging back from them. So very, very cool store full of awesome things. And then on Monday, I was on Instagram and I noticed that somebody had slid into my DMs. Not like that, like this. This is a quick, sneaked sort of teaser from the Halloween Store UK, letting me and a few other haunters know that some awesome things were on the way and to keep our eyes peeled for more information, and that I was going to be amongst the lucky few who were going to get to see these things before anybody else. And yesterday, while I was getting ready to upload my video that I did yesterday, the trailer, the sort of leaked trailer of what was going to be released for the Halloween Store UK hit my DMs. And yeah, these look pretty awesome. So I'll show you really quickly the footage I got. I did share it in my YouTube shorts and on Instagram, so you may have seen that, but it's worth sharing again. You get a really quick sneak peek of all the props involved here. I counted 6. So here you go.
Run as much as your heart desires. I will always find you.
And they have promised that this is just the beginning. There are more to come. But while we haven't got those other things to talk about, I just really wanted to quickly talk about what we have actually seen here. So as the quick little teaser trailer begins, the first thing we see is a headless horseman. Now, straight out the gate, it looks like a very impressive headless horseman prop. It actually looks very, very similar, if not the same, to my Costco headless horseman from 2023. Now, we haven't actually had a headless horseman prop in the UK since that one, at least not on a horse. We did have the headless horseman who was stood rather than on the horse. The Costco one was pretty much one of the best on the market at the time, and everyone was very impressed by it. Me as well, because I bought it. This looks, at least when you talk about the horse itself, the modeling of the horse, the molding of the horse, looks pretty much identical to the Costco one that I own. It's got the red eye. Its head moves just like the one I've got, because you can see that sort of flap of fabric underneath the neck. Legs are probably going to move. And yeah, the only difference is that the coat that the horse is wearing, whereas mine is a slightly more neater looking coat with like this purple finish, this is a red sort of ragged coat, which if I'm honest, I actually prefer the look of. I think that looks a little bit better. The horseman too looks pretty good. maybe a slightly more basic outfit, but I do like this overall black look, and it looks like the cape might be more substantial than the one I've got. And the pumpkin that's being held too is, in my opinion, a slightly better looking pumpkin than the one I've got. It looks more like a pumpkin. Mine looks a little bit wide and not quite right, but it does look like it has a more like a flicker flame effect going on inside it, rather than where mine has a light up effect that changes as the horseman talks. And then there's like a bit of creepy cloth hanging over the pumpkin. Other than that, it's very, very similar to the headless horseman that I got from Costco last year, but very cool. And if you didn't get a chance to get hold of the headless horseman, this might be an option for you. Then very briefly, we see something that we've never seen here before in the UK, and it looks like a set of punk rocker skeletons. Now, we have had a punk rocker skeleton from Costco before, an individual punk rocker skeleton, and he was very, very cool and very, very much liked. These two, from the snippet we've got, do look as though they're probably sold together in tandem, and that they probably play along together. What would be cool is if they're Bluetooth, which we've seen out of stores like Lowe's for a while now. This is a possible thing that maybe these are Bluetooth linkable, so you can play your own music. They clearly have digi eyes, whereas the punk rocker skeleton sold from Costco didn't. Overall, the costumes, you can see, I like the red Mohican on the one that you can see in mid-frame, and the costumes look good. They're wearing like leather jackets and stuff, so it's a very cool punk rocker look, but clearly a skeleton. I'm excited to see exactly what they do and how they sound. Then we have the nun. Can't be mistaken for anything else. It's clearly a nun holding a candle. Definitely a very creepy, slightly hunched over nun. No idea exactly what the movement of this is going to be. It does have light up eyes. It does look like it's got mouth movement. It possibly is a lunging scare prop, possibly just the way it's hunched over. But I'm not sure. The frame it stood on doesn't look like the most substantial frame in the world, so I'm not sure. Maybe it is just a relatively static prop with a little bit of movement. I don't know. Excited to see. Again, if you're into the Nun or the Conjuring movies, I think this will definitely tick some boxes. One of the ones I was impressed by, because I'm always impressed by them, was this gravedigger prop. Now, he has a very basic movement. He's moving the shovel in front of his face and then away again. No idea whether he has any phrasing or any talking. I'm not really sure. But I do like the overall look. I like the costume. I like the glowing eyes. I don't always like glowing eyes on props, but I think with this particular prop, it really goes down well with him. And yeah, again, apart from that movement of the shovel, I don't know what else he does or says, but it will be very interesting to see. And overall, I think he looks really good. Then we've got the painter clown, which is one of the ones we have seen before. He was sort of an unreleased prop earlier on in the season, and I kind of made fun of him because he's a clown. Clowns are not really my thing. We talk about this all the time, and I was kind of saying like how random it was that they decided that clowns now needed to be painter decorators. I'm still not really sure why we need a clown who's a painter decorator, but I'm sure that if you're into your clowns and this is a slightly different way of going, this clown will fit very well in your haunt. He does look very big and substantial, so yeah, he could prove to be a really good clown. And then lastly, we have this bat that appears to be on a relatively big pillar. And then sort of wrapped around the pillar, it looks like there's like a skeleton legs or something. I'm not quite sure. The snippet is so fast that we can only really see the wings start to open. So we know that this bat's wings do indeed open, but it almost looks like there's some other feature to this bat that we don't see in that quick sneak peek. So it'll be really interesting to see just what this looks like when we get it fully revealed. Just from the little bit of footage we get, I really like the look of this bat. I love bats and vampires and stuff, so it would look really good in pretty much anybody's haunt, to be quite honest with you. Really, really interested by this one. Interested to see what it does fully. If it is just the opening and closing of wings, or maybe there's something more to it, I honestly don't know, but I'm interested to see nevertheless. And that's it for now. That's all we've seen, with the promise that there will be more to come, that this is only the start. And at some point, not only will we obviously see some footage of these characters, but we may even see some leaked footage of some other characters, some other props, possibly new things we've never seen before, I hope. Possibly things we have seen before but never seen, maybe from this store or just in general in the UK. That would be great. I don't know. I'm not getting too excited, but at the same time, I very much am. So thank you to the Halloween Store UK for sharing this footage with me and letting me sort of have first dibs in a way of talking about this. I know you've shared it with a few other haunters too, my friend Harry J Vlogs and Haunted Skull. I know definitely have seen this stuff too. Thank you so much to let me do this and speak about this. They're very, very cool. I'm very, very impressed so far. Can't wait to see what they do in full. Can't wait to see how much some of these things are. I am definitely in the market for a prop this year. And though part of me's doing that thing where I want to hold out for Costco, I always feel like I have to wait for Costco before I can make any real decisions. In the same breath, if I see something I like and it isn't like ridiculously expensive, I'm probably gonna buy something. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this real quick one today. Just really wanted to talk about those leaked, dropped props for the UK. A very exciting moment for me and other UK haunters. To see anything come to the UK is always exciting because we don't get the sort of stuff that you guys do. But I think even you guys in the States will agree that some of this looks pretty good. Some of this actually looks incredible. So once again, thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next one. Keep spooky. Bye.